YouTube land, this is Phoenix Dingo. Thank you for watching my channel. First things first, please subscribe. Thank you. All right, so today I wanted to talk about the term UBI and why we should start using the Freedom Dividend as our term going forward. This is just something that I've been thinking about over this last weekend, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a video about it. All right, so one, we need to denounce the implications that are given with this. This is a narrative that when they started hearing it, they started putting back out. It's got a tone of charity to it. That's the way that they're starting to present it. For instance, Meghan McCain on The View. She was real quick to say, none of us at the table need $1,000 a month. Well, that is what happens when you have a mentality of charity versus owning, claiming what you are owed. I guarantee you, if Meghan McCain was owed $1,000 from The View or $12,000 from The View, she would want her money. She would want her money. So I think it's about changing ownership. Instead of saying it's something giving to us, it's something owed to us. Also, it's this is why it's important. There was an article that I was reading over this weekend, and it was speaking about the demographics of people that are voting for Yang. And the Yang gang is primarily composed of younger people. First off, I love being put in that category, because most of the time I'm not. So, but apparently older people seem to think that the younger people feel entitled. We don't want to work. We don't want to pay our bills. And this is another way to enable us. So with that narrative, we're losing a whole demographic. Not saying that everyone has that mentality, but we are losing a demographic of people based off of the way that the idea can be presented to them. So if we change the narrative from charity to it's something that everybody deserves, and we not rationalize it, but we explain it, we have more of a chance of winning more people over to the Yang Gang than having them be like, no, they're lazy, and voting for anyone else. We'll just leave it there. We're going to be positive today. Then it also leads certain people to believe, how do I put this politely? Okay, so you have some people who view people who are on welfare as lazy, and they don't want to do any better. They don't want to pick themselves up by their bootstraps. Okay? And so this to them would seem like another welfare platform so that these people could stay in the ghetto, multiply, have all kinds of babies, and not work. That's about as nice as I'm going to put it. So we lose these people, even though they are bigoted and biased. We need every vote we can get. So if we get all of these people on board, this increases our chances. But with that narrative, we're going to lose them. So I feel like that's an important aspect as well. In addition, we also have people who don't want to be put on the same level as anyone who'd be getting welfare because they feel like they're better and that people on welfare are trash. Again, every vote counts. This isn't about pride. This is about getting the votes. And this is about putting forth the proper narrative about what exactly it is. My final point with that is it will give a narrative for Donald Trump to run and go crazy with. He's the king of short sound bites and repetitive mantras, okay? So if the narrative isn't placed beforehand, by the time it gets down to him and Donald, he's just going to keep doing it. And there's some people who are very susceptible to repetitive things, comfortable things. When something becomes normal to them, they can easily grasp onto it and they'll hold on for dear life. And so it's almost like a warm, comfy blanket, or a hoodie you love to wear. Everything will just revert back to that, you know. So I think that's another reason why we have to be careful how it's presented or how we present it to other people. We don't want this mentality to start going around. We want to kind of check it now before it gets to that point. And I got this from another video that I had saw where they were talking about it like it was a charity. And that's where this whole thing started from. I won't call them out, but I saw you. Okay, so we got to eliminate the something for nothing mentality. We can't forget that this is our information. This is our data. This is our patterns. This is our buying habits. This is a product that we have that they need. Okay? This helps them more effectively sell things to us, which helps them make more money. So we have a product that we have that they need. Okay? That is a product, and that would be what we get back. And the reason is, why should we hand it over for free? Why? It makes no sense. Are they going to give us free stuff? No, they're not. They're going to approach it like a business. So we should probably do the same and approach it like a business. Especially being the fact that they're going to get a lot more out of it. Regardless, they're in a better place than most of us. So why not? That's one reason why I think dividend is a much better term. It's more of a, I don't know, financial term. not more of a income, like free money to live off of. Because for some reason people get it twisted and think that people are just going to quit their jobs and stop. No, that $1,000 is not going to get you anywhere. So we need to claim our power and take our seat at the table. These businesses seem to have forgotten that we have buying power and that we are important to the economy. They've been allowed to treat us any sort of way. And so by doing this, we're going to be able to pretty much claim some of the power that we do have and let them check them and let them remember, hey, we are kind of important and they should be catering to us, because it is our money that they get. And maybe they'll have a little more respect when it comes down to what they're doing, because now everybody is going to have $1,000, and where it's going to go is important. You need to start fighting for that money instead of assuming that we're just going to give it to you. Okay? When it comes to other candidates, this is one huge separator for me. A lot of other people have talked about taxing and taking more money from the rich and this, that, and the other, but they don't talk about giving it to us. They don't. And again, if I were to work, I don't care where you want to say. You can say, McDonald's. You could say, I don't know, whatever. Wherever you're working at, okay? Picture yourself, you work 40 hours a week, and it's time for your paycheck, and your boss says, you know what? I'm going to take that check, and I'm just going to give it to places that's going to better suit you. But thank you for your work. Absolutely not. I want my money now. Pretty much that's how it is. All these other people are talking about getting that money, and then they're going to, on our best behalf, decide what to do with it. Whereas then Andrew Yang says, I'm going to put it in your hand $1,000 every month. I think that is the biggest thing that sets him apart when it comes down to this issue, because it's our dividend. And I think that's important because it's our data that they're using. Last thing is just kind of keep in mind what they've done. They've taken away opportunities from small businesses, which loses jobs and economic chances. That's really important. As more of this starts happening, there's going to be less opportunity. There's going to be less good jobs, less fulfilling jobs that people will be able to do. And what's going to counteract that? That's very, very important. Okay? And also we have to keep in mind that if they haven't been paying taxes, one, they're lucky that he's not even talking about doing retroactive taxes, back taxes. Because I know if I don't pay it, they're coming from a bank account. That's why I lost my bank account, because I didn't have $800. And so they tried to come for it. There wasn't anything there, and then they overdrafted my account, and then I lost it. But point being is, if I don't, there are actions for me not paying my taxes. But these people seem to get away with it. It's ridiculous. So they need to start paying their fair share. They need to do what they're supposed to do. Because everybody needs to follow the same rules. I'm just saying. So we need to send a message and vote Yang. Period. Gang, gang forever. Y'all have a great day. Tell me what you think. Put something down below if you agree. If you disagree, that's completely fine. Everyone be nice and respectful to each other, though. Let's try and keep our tempers today. And subscribe.